Hi, I'm Holly. I'm 26 years old. I live in Austin, Texas, and this is the Financial Audit.
The Financial Audit. What do you do here in Austin for a living?
I'm an admin. I'm ops support. So not really secretarial duties, more like background
That's so
stuff.
broad. But okay, what do you
I work
what
for
do
a
you
staffing
make?
agency.
Okay, what do you make? You guys always spam my emails. It's crazy.
Yes, yeah.
What do you make?
I make about $48, $49 a year.
How do you feel living in Austin in that? Is it a single household income?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
single household. I mean, it doesn't feel great, but that's, I think,
Why?
mostly due to my student loans. I think I would be doing a lot better in life if I did not have student loans. So
Really?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't graduate, so I can't consolidate
okay.
them. So the payments were about $600.
What do you mean you can't consolidate them? If you went to a private institution, they would probably allow you to
I went to a public
consolidate them.
school. I went to
No,
Virginia.
if you go to a private bank,
Oh.
not that that would be good anyway, because you lose forgiveness protections and different things like that. But
Oh, okay.
not that you can't consolidate them, but you're talking potentially within the institution you're a part of for your federal loans, right? The management company?
No, not the federal, the private. The private loans. I
The
can't
private
consolidate them.
loans.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what's going on.
Well,
with my
consolidation,
student
I
loans.
mean, you could... Private student loans?
Through Discover.
Did you even send a statement for
Yeah.
it? Did I get
Yeah,
that?
I sent in
I thought
Discover.
I saw federal student loans.
I sent in my Discover
Okay,
statement
calm down.
for one of them. It's that first one. It's that First Mark. Discover sold it to First Mark.
This one.
Like last
Oh,
month.
sick. I
Yeah.
thought this was a car because it's so substantial.
Nope. I don't own a car. I drive my brother's.
Do you live with your brother?
No, I don't. I used to. So when I moved here, I lived with my brother on his couch for like 6 months.
Why don't you... Well, okay, I'm not saying sleep on his couch, but you live alone?
I do. Yeah, I live in a really small
If you
studio.
can't live because of the... What's your rent?
I think it's $10.80 with.
Why don't you get a roommate?
So I had a roommate at my last place, and it was like the worst experience of my entire
Cool,
life.
get a better roommate.
So I mean, I agree. I don't know anyone to live with.
You know your brother?
I do know my brother, but he has
He
a
doesn't wanna
girlfriend,
live together?
and he has a girlfriend. They live together. They
No, I
both
get
work
that.
remotely, so they live in like a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know what those two correlations are, but okay. I mean, that's not the most outrageous. And I know you actually live in a good area, relatively, close to town. So,
Well, I'm in smart
not
housing.
outrageous, huh?
I'm in smart housing.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I heard you say that. I thought you said small housing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in smart. That's how I was able.
It's like
to do
local
it.
subsidized. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
So you went to school, borrowed a ton of money for it. Where'd you go to school?
Virginia Tech,
What state were you in before that?
Connecticut.
So you went out of state.
Out of state, but I had quite a lot of like different financial aids and things, Pell Grant, all of that different type of stuff.
If you're gonna get AIDS, it's not the worst kind.
Yeah.
So
So my tuition was roughly like anywhere from 4 to 8 a semester. So most of that came from like cost of living, like my, having to pay for my apartment and like books. And
you didn't
things
work
like
a part-time
that.
job throughout to at least help
but
subsidize?
it was Virginia, so my pay was $7.25 an hour. So like
Well, hold on. When was this? When was school? Because even
2016.
Austin, 2016.
That's when I started.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because a lot of minimum wage jobs were actually paying like minimum wage during that time. Because if this was like 20 anywhere from 2020 plus, nowhere pays minimum wage unless you're like in a really rural area where there's not a lot of workplace competition, like extremely unique circumstances. Because you live in pretty much any city now. In Austin, the minimum wage is $7, whatever it is.
Right.
But the real minimum wage in Austin's like
'cause you can go to
16,
Chick-fil-A.
17,
Yeah, I can get
18.
that.
Yeah, I found $18 to be the median entry level lowest wage job in Austin
Okay.
when we researched the area.
That's a lot better than Virginia was not.
Yes, what hits your account on a monthly basis? Well, it was a different time.
So I mean rent hits right. What?
Income.
Oh, just my job.
Number.
Oh, I don't know.
Bubbly.
Roughly 1,500 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So about $30,000 a month.
And that's
Take
what I
home.
had hit. I had 3,040.
Okay. Yeah.
Good? Does that sound about right?
Yes. Yeah. That sounds about right.
How much did you spend?
Roughly that amount.
You spent that amount.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I end every single month with no money.
It's better than those who spend more than they make, but...
Well, if you notice, those are refinanced loans. So once that ends in January, I will be over.
Huh?
So that's
You'll be
fun.
over what?
Like the amount that I make. Like my amount that I need to pay every month will be over.
Huh?
So those are...
What are you saying?
I refinanced my student loans.
Sure, I got...
So the payments are like way lower than they will be in January.
Why will be? That has nothing to do with refinancing. Refinancing,
It was
you
a
didn't lock
short-term.
them in.
It was a short-term thing.
No, you talked to them and you said like I can't afford this and like that's not refinancing. Refinancing doesn't mean all of a sudden your loan's gonna get. You could refinance anything, but if you get it locked in, like you have like a variable thing here, or no, you have a payment that's gonna go up. You're in some special program with the
Yeah.
bank. You talk to them and you're like, "Oh, pull widow me," and they said, "Okay, let me help you for a few months."
Yeah, I guess it's
They
not
put you in a little
refinancing
program.
then. Whatever
Oh,
I
because
did.
so this wasn't refinanced.
I don't...
Was this with a different bank?
No, this is with Discover. I
Okay,
called
so you
Discover
just talked to
and-
them.
Yes,
and
and they gave me like a 6-month like thing.
Okay.
Where it's
and
way
they might
lower.
do it again if you ask. Not that I
Okay.
necessarily want you to do that because really the interest rate doesn't change typically during that. So it just really accumulates a ton of interest and
Yes.
really f***s you long term.
Yeah, it's actually...
With your rent, why can't you? You're past. Yeah, you're past due. With
yeah.
your rent isn't. Your rent's a third of your income. That kind of sucks, but
Yes.
your rent for Austin isn't actually that bad.
No, it's really good. Yeah.
So, why are we possibly past due $100? Because I know for a fact you could make $100.
I didn't even know I was past 200.
Oh, for sake, why?
No, because I was
why
set
is it
up
not
on
automatic?
payments. I was set up.
Then
on
you didn't
automatic
have money in your
payments.
checking account or something. Must have bounced.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. No, that might have happened
Why would that happen?
because I run out of money.
Why? Because
I
your
don't
rent is a third.
know.
No, you what?
I don't know where it all goes.
You don't
I'm
track it
just
all. You don't
trying
even
to-
look at this last month.
I do, but like I don't.
What?
know
If
how
you
to, like,
looked, then you would know. What the f are you talking about?
like okay, so I take a look at it and I'm like, this is the amount of money
I
have.
look,
and
I just
these
don't read. Is that
these
what
are
we're
the,
saying?
Like bills that I have, and then by the end of the 2 weeks, I like pretty much all the money in my bank account is gone. That's how it feels, at least.
Feels. I don't give a f about feels. What does the math say?
The math says that I
You
spend all
don't
my
have
money.
a car payment.
I don't, and I don't pay insurance, and like my brother covers all that.
Your student loans are $220, which is not insignificant. But again, for your income and where your rent is, you have enough money to cover it.
Yeah, I'll pay that off. I didn't know that it was like that.
But
I
it
was
did
on automatic payments.
because you didn't have enough money in your checking account.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if we don't have enough money in our checking account, we're already. If any bill hits,
I know.
energy, rent, whatever it be, going to the grocery store to get some food.
I know it's bad, but I try to do my best, right? Like I went on a bachelorette trip, like a couple weeks ago. No. Hear me out.
I'm hearing.
Right? So I went on this bachelorette trip. She called off the wedding. So like how am I supposed to tell her no? 2 of her other bridesmaids said no. How am I supposed to back out at this point? So I took the security deposit from my old place.
If they said no, why didn't the
girl like unbook it or whatever?
why didn't they what's the person called? Not a groomsman, what, a bridesmaid. No, what's the primary one called?
Bride.
No.
The bachelorette?
Oh, wait, no, I have it wrong. This is the person, the number one in command, the one planning the party. You know, her best friend, typically?
Typically, but she did not.
Oh, she did
planned
it
it
herself?
herself. She planned
If 2 of her
everything
friends
herself.
if 2 of the people in the party couldn't go, why didn't she just restructure so she could get everyone around her?
It would have been nice to do that. I think because she had like just called off her wedding, she really needed to get out of town. Yeah.
Did I miss that?
I think you missed that. Yeah, so it was a bachelorette, and then like a month before the bachelorette, it became just a girls' trip because she called off her
Well,
wedding.
now it's f***ing dumb.
So
Now it's beyond dumb.
no, because
Hold on.
everything was already booked.
How much did you spend?
400.
That's
it
dumb.
came from the security
400 is actually not
deposit.
even that crazy. And again,
Yeah,
you
because
you probably could have afforded it, and we probably could have made it work. But again, if we have $0 in our checking account, we can't pay our bills. We're not spending $400 on some little girl's trip. Where'd you guys go? What did you do? What was it?
We drove to Orlando. Her parents paid for 5 nights in Orlando at a resort.
The parents were already paying for it.
For that part.
So
but we
what
had
was
to
your
drive
400
there.
part?
It was for gas to get there. We stopped in
Hold
New
on.
Orleans.
How many people?
It was just me and her.
Oh, that's not a girl. This is like.
And another girl, but she flew because she was pregnant, so she didn't want to like do the whole like it was like a 16-hour drive there and back.
If it was $400 just for that, I think you could have flown there and back.
But it was for gas, all the food that we paid for, multiple
While you were
hotels.
there?
Yeah, it was that.
Wait,
was
I thought you said they paid. Okay, they didn't
paid
pay for lodging.
Orlando, but we drove there, so we stopped in New Orleans.
Where did you guys stop? What?
We stopped in Alabama to see one of the girls that couldn't go on the trip, and then on the way back, we stopped in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Yeah, so it would have been better to fly, probably.
But at that
In
point,
that-
like
At that price.
I mean, yeah, but I guess like